Hey everyone, welcome to a pick a card reading for an established connection that you have. And today we're gonna see what this person that you have a connection with, what are their feelings when they think about you. We have 3 piles today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1 has this Dalmatian obsidian, or was it Snowflake obsidian? This beautiful eye. Pile 2 has a sweet tumbled amethyst. Can't see the color that well here, but it's a beautiful purple hue. And pile 3, a wonderful clear quartz crystal. So settle in. Close your eyes if you have to. Take a couple of deep breaths. And connect to your intuition. Living in your belly, in your solar plexus. All the way up to your heart. And feel which pile would be the right one for you to choose. We're going to be using a couple decks today and pulling some personalized messages from your person. Thank you for joining me today. If you want a personal reading, you can book it down below, and let's get into the reading. Hey, pile 1, if you chose this beautiful snowflake obsidian with this eye on it, and this reading is for you. What does your established connection feel when they think about you? So let's see. Self-esteem. Okay. We got 5 of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, Knight of Wands. Okay. Immediately a lot of wands, a lot of passion, action, drive. All right, let's see what else comes up. Ace of Pentacles reversed, Devil reversed. Ooh, King of Wands reversed. Right under the Knight of Wands. Okay, let's see. 8 of Wands, Seven of Swords, and King of Cups. Okay, we've got a lot of court cards right up here. This looks like a progression. All right. 8 of Shells, 8 of Cups, Sacrifice. 4 of Wings, 4 of Swords, Privacy, and the Emperor, Power. All right, self-esteem. First of all, I want to say that it feels like there is a newness to this connection. So it might be something that is not yet like established. We don't have a lot of pentacles here. We have Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning in the material world, which is reversed. So I'm thinking maybe it didn't pick up from the ground, you know, the timing wasn't right, or the approach wasn't right, or maybe they came on too strong with the Knight of Pentacles. I'm thinking maybe the passion was there, the drive was there, they wanted you, but they behaved too rashly. And with the 5 of Wands reversed, maybe you engaged in some sort of conflict. Maybe they were trying to playfully or non-playfully, fight with you, argue with you, debate to prove something about themselves, to boost their ego. And it didn't play out in their favor. This new connection didn't pick up from the ground yet. This person wanted to come in fast. They wanted to come in fast, and they feel like they didn't think it through. They had no strategy. They were just going for it. And they definitely came from a place of ego, a place of proving themselves, self-esteem. They needed to prove something to themselves. And with this connection with you, I feel like they had a realization that they are working from their ego. They are working from this sort of immature, I need to win. I need to win this argument, and I need to win this person. I need to win the situation. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get it, which is not a bad approach in the sense of, yes, sometimes you do got to just follow your drive and just do it and just run for it and be the king of wands and be the visionary and make it happen. But with the Knight of Wands, it's still an immature energy. It's still an energy of not being in your true power and in your true understanding of your own self-value without needing the external validation. Self-esteem, when we look for it on the outside, whether it be victory or financial gain or anything, it's never built on solid ground. And with the Devil reversed, I see this person feeling like, or going through their some darker realizations about themselves and almost like some shadow work. I think they've seen themselves from a new side, and they've realized that they've been operating from this position of materialism, this position of pure desire and lust and giving in. And there's times when that is good and appropriate and safe. But I think in this context, with all that I see, they realized that they were reckless. They were reckless and they were immature and trying to prove themselves. And if there was a conflict between you two, or any kind of unhappy conversation or a discussion that went awry, I don't think they feel good about that. I don't think they feel good about that. And I think they do desire to be emotionally mature. They do desire to be a leader. They desire to be grounded and able to ground and lead others in how they feel, in what they do, and what's going on in their lives. They aspire to be this leader, but right now they've been acting through like a prince, not a king. Someone who has all the ambition, but not all the wisdom or the know-how or the practicality or the strategy. They just go fast, but there's no strategy. And I see them thinking about this progression from the reckless Knight of Wands to the situation where he acted like the worst shadow parts of the King of Wands, to the King of Cups, who is emotionally mature, who is a trustworthy leader, who operates from a place of balance with their heart. And then the Emperor, sometimes called the divine masculine, but to me, this is what we use the word for masculine, but what we mean with the emperor would be discipline, fair leadership, structure. With all these wands, there is a lot of action, power, movement, and boldness. But the emperor is strategic and structured. There's systems in place. There is order. And this interesting progression that they are feeling and thinking about is worth keeping in mind, because right now they might be feeling like they need to retreat a little bit with their feelings. They need to pull it back. They went too hard. And they need to let go, or at least that's what I'm seeing with their feelings. They need to let go and sacrifice this behavior, this attitude. And it's not easy to work through your shadows. It's not easy to step in front of your ego and, examine, what are you being bound by in your own mind, in your own subconscious, in your heart. They feel like they have to sacrifice some things to follow this path towards being the emperor. This is quite a beautiful progression, and that's what they're thinking about. For you, it's important to remember that just because they're thinking about it, it doesn't reflect, or even if they feel that way, it does not reflect their actions. So always keep your eyes open and watch what happens and watch what they do. But yeah, right now they feel like to need to tone it down, and they feel like they need to rethink, regroup, re-strategize. The current methods haven't been working. Too rush. I feel like this connection also is very powerful for them. This is very much about them. They are going through something significant in their experience right now that connection with you has triggered for them, which in the grand scheme of things is very good. Any relationship holds the opportunity for us to grow and to get closer to our higher selves, or what do you call your soul, or whatever name you want to give it. Let's pull some messages. Let's pull some messages. What would this person like to tell you about how they feel? Okay. Secret hater, third party. Who's the third party? Do they have a friend or somebody around them who dislikes you? Or do you have somebody in your circle that thinks that this person is a red flag? What else? Wait. Yeah, look at that. Growth. They need growth. They know it. And they need time. So whether or not you wait, that's up to you. I'm unsure. Of course you're unsure. How can you be sure if you are not sure about who you yourself are? And where does your value lie? All right, let's pick from the other one. Oop, the first one when I opened it was, do you even see me that way? I wonder what happened between you two, and if there was a situation where if they went too brashly, too fast, too hot, and heavy. Maybe the way you reacted to them made them feel like they absolutely have no chance with you. And they're unsure about what's going on. All right, one last one. Where have you been? The Rihanna song, I think it was a Rihanna song, comes to mind. Where have you been? Da, 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 da. A lot of questions from this person. Lack of clarity. Taking time to think about what happened, how to move forward, their own personal evolution. And lack of clarity about how you feel about them. This connection has like, it has triggered them. It has opened up their eyes to some shadow parts of themselves. Definitely. I'm thinking about this. Where have you been? I wonder if they're looking at your socials right now. Especially if you are having a bit of separation right now or not seeing each other regularly or talking regularly. I think they still want to keep an eye on you. And if you're living your best life and they see that, they definitely are unsure of where are you? What are you doing? Do you still like me? Do you even like me? And they might be looking for validation through your affection to boost their self-esteem. A lot of growth going on for this person. I wish them the best in figuring it out. And I wish you the best as well. Keep your heart safe. Use discernment. And in the face of fear and love, choose love. All right. Thank you so much for being with me today. And I wish you all the best. Hey, pile 2. If you chose this beautiful tumbled amethyst, can't see it well in this light, but it's a wonderful little purple color, then this pile is for you, and this reading is for you. What does the person you have a connection with feel when they think about you? Oops. 2 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Wands reversed, Queen of Swords. Okay. 8 of Cups reversed, the Hermit reversed, Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, a lot of reversals going on. Right. Okay, I'm not reading these cards reversed, but I'm going to put them out as they come. So that's Death, the Chariot, and Justice. They came out reversed, but I'm going to read them upright. And then we have 6 of Cups, 6 of Shells, Joy. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Gems, Frustration. And for your pile, actually, when I was shuffling, two cards came out for the last one. So we have Judgment, Perspective, and Death. And if we go back, let me just flip these over. Then we have double Death in this reading. Now, if you're familiar, I hope you know that death is not literal and it is not a bad thing. In fact, it is a beautiful card of transformation, just like in this one. All right. Okay, I see the 2 of you. I see the 2 of you. And sorry about that. I had to cut that one. So, one of you is trying to handle too much. There's a lot of information. There is a lot of work, a lot of tasks. You're being pulled, or they are being pulled every direction. And parallel to that, it's possible that the tasks are too many because they or you took on too much. And now you're sort of left with the, well, damn, what do I do now? How do I even tackle this? And I feel like this person who has taken on too much, due to past experiences, may have developed a sort of hyper independence. And from the point of having your own perspective and independence and being self-sufficient, it has gone into hyper independence. It has gone into isolation. It has gone into not asking for help. And the other person is open and willing to discuss this, to talk about it, and to find a compromise that works for the both of you, and to find a fair deal in this. Because they value honesty and truth, and they feel like having an equal give and take, having that balance, and having those honest conversations will help you reach victory with the Chariot. It's a little risque, but still the Chariot. And you see how those two sphinxes each has their own balance. One of them has removed their ability to speak so that I can see, and the other one has the opposite. So it is a balance. Each of them has their own strengths and weaknesses. Each of them has their own role to play. So one of you is doing too much, not talking about it, not asking for help, and the other one is absolutely ready to have a conversation and want an equal give and take, to have that good teamwork, and to reach that victory. Because you can. And there is an unwillingness to let go, because we had a lot of reversals, so this definitely is something going on internally. And if this person is them, then that would make a lot of sense to me, but it might be reversed. The person who has taken on too much and is doing too much and is trying to handle too much information and everything, they don't want to let go of this behavior. It's possible they already know. They already know that this behavior isn't helpful to them, but they do not want to let go, and they do not want to let go of these past induced behaviors, like survival mechanisms. I have to do it all by myself. And then I find myself being lost and needing help. I'm not sure about this Knight of Swords. The person who took on too much was full of ideas, full of drive, really wanted to go and fast. But now, with the Knight's immaturity, they have hit a wall. And I see that this could lead to some passive aggression. I see that this could, or even direct aggression, unfairly taken out on the other person, when all that would need to be done is just to have an honest conversation, open a dialogue, kind of Swords always wants to have a dialogue. She invites the truth. She invites a conversation. But one of you, because of the frustrations that are going on, because of all these things that are difficult to handle, is potentially taking it out on the other person unfairly. And maybe even not being rational about it. Not being fair. And this person wants fairness. They want fairness and they want growth. Because with the Judgment and the Double Death cards, I see this as a reflection of your own behaviors, a reflection on yourself, what you have learned, and transforming through that, integrating these new lessons. Perhaps the other person, the one that is on the receiving end of the passive aggression or any kind of like stress that comes from this, perhaps the other person has gone through it already. They've been through this, so they see what's going on. They've already learned this lesson, so they see the other person going through all of this for no good reason. And they know that a simple conversation, maybe a division of tasks, if it's like some household chores or you know, sometimes running a relationship involves a lot of management and thinking and planning, and maybe one of you is doing too much, or at least more than they can handle. And the other person not only can see this, but also has experienced this before on their end. And they know how simple it could be if you would just let go and can we just talk? Just talk. Can we just talk about where we're going? Because in this reading, I do see a lot of warmth from this person. Regardless which one of you is overwhelmed, there is a lot of love and warmth. Six of Cups, joy. Victory. Victory, and especially on this Chariot card with the two lovers on it, it's this person who you are checking this reading about, they have a lot of faith in you. So if they're the one who are in the Queen of Swords position and hoping for you to open up for a dialogue and maybe ask for help, they have faith in you. They know that you will succeed. You as an individual, you as a team. And with the Seven of Pentacles here in this tarot deck, it's labeled as frustration. But to me, the Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It is also about looking at what has been sown, what has happened in the past, and watching those seeds grow. And if they've had these experiences in the past for themselves, they've found themselves overwhelmed, overworked, taken on too much, they have learned from this. And they're looking back and they see, yep, that's what's happening. And I just gotta let my person come to this conclusion that we can do it together. We can work as a team to reach success. They're patient. They're going to be patient. They feel patient with you. And they're understanding. So if you are the one who is overworked, not being honest with how overwhelmed you are with everything, or at least not letting the other person know because, I'm going to be a burden and whatever. I gotta handle it all by myself because I'm a big, tough boss babe, boss dude, whatever, boss person, then put your ego aside. You do not have to prove anything and go have a talk, because you truly can have, or at least this person feels like you truly could have a wonderful balance with the help of honest communication. Stop isolating in your head or physically. You're not doing yourself any favors. If that is you. If that is you. Forgot to pull you one of these. Let's see. What would pile 2 need to know about how their person is feeling? What's on their heart right now? We're having this reading. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than love. Look at that. You got the Chariot and success. Regardless of what you're going through, let me hold like this. Regardless of what you're going through, they have faith. And they know that both of you can handle this. And as individuals and as a team. So they don't have a doubt about that. It's just something you're both going through. And if they're the ones who are overwhelmed, they also know that it's going to work out. Maybe they have a different idea on how they're going to achieve that success. Perhaps running for success means that they become hyper independent and perfectionistic and do not rely on others, as you should in a team. But this feels like a very wholesome and trustworthy connection. Patient, kind, inviting honesty. That's really nice. All right, let's see some messages on what your person would like to tell you. Okay, pile 2. What would their person like to tell you? What are we? That's strange. I had a feeling that this is already an established connection. Is there any lack of clarity about your relationship? Or are you perhaps in a dating phase and one of you is getting carried away with whatever is going on? And we got shadow work. Yes, one of you has to do some shadow work. Whichever one of you believes that you have to be hyper independent and asking for help is a sign of weakness or anything along those lines, stop it. Do some shadow work. Of course, if it's the other person, I don't think I can help with that, but it is absolutely egoic to think that you as a person can handle everything by yourself and that you must handle everything by yourself and that you have to do it perfectly, because no one person has that capability and no one person should have to. Humans are pack animals, even if we think we're loners or introverts. Even snow leopards who live high in the mountains alone, they still have a partner and their cubs. And they live together, even if not in a big bunch. I just want to relax. Yeah, one of you wants to relax and is too stressed. Can't calm down, can't let go. Whoever it is, they would do well if they would just let that weight fall a little bit from their shoulders and let the other one carry it a little bit. It's only causing frustration. I want balance. Yes, yes, they want balance. They want harmony. They want equality or equity in your case as well could be that. Because what is fair is not always equitable. They want balance. I'm still thinking about that. What are we? All right, what is one last one message that we could get for pile 2 about their person's feelings? I don't want to right now. My dear, if you are the one who is overworked and passive aggressive, be careful not to sabotage this connection. If they are the one who are overworked and running around hectic like a headless chicken, then perhaps they are struggling with this open conversation, with sharing the load, with sharing the burden. Perhaps whatever relationship status you have, or however far you are in your relationship, it's not about your relationship status. It's about the roles you have in this relationship. As two people who are dating, as two people who are in a committed relationship, as two people who are in a marriage or co-parenting. The roles aren't clear. And that is leading to this lack of balance. One of you doing too much. And that person doing too much is not sure maybe even if they can ask for help or balance or have this honest conversation. This group really needs to have a talk and figure out how you can help each other carry the heavy loads of life instead of trying to do it all by yourself and becoming spiky. All right. That's all I'm feeling right now for you. Group 2, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to keep your heart safe. In face of fear and love, choose love. And I wish you all the best today. Thank you. Hey, Group 3. If you chose this clear quartz in pile 3, this is your reading. What does your person feel when they think about you? Sorry. Nine of Swords reversed, Magician reversed, and Ace of Pentacles. Temperance, King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. All right. A lot of pentacles, a lot of material world elements. Could be something about already something stable or moving into something stable. Something serious, something long-term. Oh, right. Your pile had some extra cards, so also the King of Cups. 2 kings, okay. And then we have, you see it? We got 6 of Swords. We have Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles again. Seven of Swords. All right. Three of Shells. Three of Cups. Celebration. I'm going to hide that a little bit because it's a little raunchy. We've got Eight of Cups. Eight of Shells. Sacrifice. King of Roses. King of Wands. The Motivator. And change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I feel like in this connection, the person you are thinking about and asking about has serious feelings for you. And they have serious intentions for you. It is possible that they want to build a relationship that is long-term, stable. The house, the dogs, the family. And depending on where you are in your current relationship with this person or this connection, I see an interest into taking it to the next level. A new opportunity, a new beginning. So if you're just talking, maybe asking you out. If you're going out, maybe starting something committed. If you're committed, maybe taking it to the next level. And with the Three Kings and with Temperance, there's two things that I'm thinking. Either currently you or them are getting advice on the situation, possibly from family, possibly from wise, established, experienced people around them. It also could be you who's getting this advice. Or it could be that there is some level of divine guidance. I don't want to limit it to one tradition, but it could be that there's angelic guidance or ancestral guidance or divine guidance from a pantheon that you follow. Or maybe guidance from a religious leader, a spiritual leader. There have been some either lies, white lies maybe, some untruths. Perhaps somebody was trying to sneak away with something and get away with something. That was not fair, not true, and not right. And this situation that caused a lot of anxiety, heartbreak, anxiety, it's behind you now. So if this person messed up and made you feel hurt and upset and cheated in some way, and I'm not talking about third-party cheating, but lack of trust. Because with the Magician reverse and the Seven of Swords, it is pointing to some kind of lies, some kind of mistruths, some kind of scheming, plotting, and trying to get a strategy through that maybe isn't something that you would be proud of, but it would get you the results you want. And this has caused anxiety, either for them, feeling guilty, or to you. But the situation is in the past now. it has passed. And there is this feeling of an upgrade, a new beginning, a change. And they are feeling like they want to work for it. They want to move to this better place. Let me hide what I have to hide. They want to move to this next place, to this better place. To this place of something serious and stable. Especially after the conflict. Especially after the difficulties. They want to commit, and they want a commitment from you. That being said, they feel, or know, or are aware of the work that it's going to take. They understand that it's going to take work, it is going to take effort, and it is going to take trial and error, testing things out. Keeping the balance is not always going to work with the first plan you make. Not always your first strategy is going to be the winning one. You might have to iterate and iterate and iterate and perfect it. To me, I see this as the connection that you have or the relationship that you have. This person understands that to achieve this commitment and this beautiful togetherness, it will take work. Perhaps that is something that they have received as guidance. And by the looks of it, it's what they want. They want harmony. They want to be together, to have something together. But I don't think that this person is, like a cunning sort of cheater type. Yes, there has been the situation. Whatever happened between you two. Maybe it was you who did that. Maybe it was you who was the one who slipped in a lie and caused some distress. But I don't think that this person is trying to manipulate the situation any longer or trying to gaslight or in any kind of toxic way communicate their own imposed goals or desires onto you or their own truths onto you. With the three kings, the only one that's missing is the King of Swords. And while he is wise and honest and has integrity, he is also cunning and sharp, and he can be manipulative. And I don't think that's what's going on here. With the celebration, for some of you, I think there's going to be a proposal coming in. Because to me, a proposal is a less of an Ace of Cups card. I think Ace of Pentacles is more embodying of this material connection that it is to be married to someone. Have a life together, have a family together, or a house or a living space or a business, a joint estate, you could say. For some of you. For others of you, For others of you, I see that it is being reinforced that this person or you are getting wise counsel from your friends right now. And I see this counsel as being a good idea. I'm seeing this counsel as wise, and I see this counsel as also helping this person or you, if that's you, but I think it's them. I think their counsel, their friends or family or whoever they're talking to, is helping them see the sacrifice that it will take to build this life, the work that they will have to put in. We also have 2 eights here. 8 of Cups and 8 of Pentacles. They will have to sacrifice to reach what they want. I wonder also if, by any chance, if this is a marriage situation, or if you are in that, for some of you, if you are in that relationship stage where getting engaged is on the table, I wonder if they're going to try to do it in a sneaky and surprise way. Because it's also possible that the Magician reversed and the swords, the 7 of Swords, are not about a malignant lie. I wonder if it's more about the way that they're going to approach this new offer. Maybe they want to move in and they want to surprise you with that. And they want to work hard for this life together. Yeah. This is a very pleasant reading. Moving on to better times. Positive change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yes, yes, yes. This connection is leveling up in some way. Let's see what your person would like to tell you. What would group 3's person like to tell them? My heart feels empty. Oh. Their heart feels empty. You're not there. And by that, to me, it's not that you're not in their heart. I think they want more. Heal. This time of distress, it's over. Healing. Let me go. If your partner or this person, if they have their own initiatives that they're going through recently, if they have their own ideas that they want to establish and do and manifest in their life, let them do it. I feel like they're working on something serious right now. They are investing work into perfecting something or a skill or a project. Let them do it. Yes, they might feel like they're missing you, but they have a goal in mind. Let them do it. Trust. Because I see very positive intentions here. But if at any point your lack of trust is keeping them like in a chokehold. Let them be, and return back to yourself. Center yourself. Look for ways how you can help yourself. Self-regulate. Invest in yourself. Invest in your hobbies. Let them talk to their friends. Let them go out and seek counsel. Let them work on their project. Let them. Right. All right, let's get two more from this one. Nope. Growing cold. Heart feels empty. Growing cold. I don't understand. These are quite conflicting messages. Are you growing cold? Are you pushing them away? If something happened between you two, are you pushing them away? My heart feels empty, growing cold. I don't understand. Let me go. Are you pushing them away? Are you... Yes, for some of you, it could be that you need to give them some space. But with the remaining messages, I wonder if maybe you are pushing away too much. You're going into avoidance and you are icing them out. And if that is the case, if you are icing them out right now because of whatever they did before as a form of consequence or as a form of punishment, remember the consequences are only fair if the boundaries were established earlier. If you are just giving them the cold treatment because they did something you don't like, that is not a consequence, that is a punishment. And that's not going to be helpful. Because I see them really wanting to be with you and build together. Yeah, they may have messed up in the past. But if you're pushing them away, be careful with that. Trust. Perhaps get your own counsel. Talk to somebody trustworthy. Either way, I do see this as a very wholesome reading, and I think you're being helped. So if you can't find the trust within your heart, ask for help from whatever spiritual tradition you are practicing. Ask for help to find trust. And if you can't trust them, then try trusting yourself. All right. Thank you, Group 3. It was an honor to read for you. Remember to stay safe, protect your heart, and in the face of fear and love, always choose love. Wishing you a wonderful day, and see you next time. Bye-bye.